Okay, so today we're going on a little quest. We're diving into this massive, sometimes confusing kingdom, the world of data. And our goal? To find that one treasure that everyone's looking for, clarity. We're going to figure out how to really harness the power of data visualization.
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're in a meeting, someone throws up a slide, and it's just this chaotic mess of charts and numbers. It feels more like you're trying to solve a puzzle than understand a point. Yeah, we've all been there. It's a pain we all share in this data-crazy world.
And that's because we're basically living in an age of total information overload. I mean, think of it like this giant kingdom that's just been flooded with data. The information itself is literally everywhere, but the skill to actually communicate it clearly, well, that's become a seriously rare and valuable treasure.
It's a huge paradox, isn't it? We've got more data at our fingertips than any other time in history, but we're constantly fighting through this jungle of confusing graphs and cluttered slides that, honestly, just make things worse. We're swimming in data, but we're starving for actual insights. So why? Why does this keep happening? Well, it's because the one skill we really need to make sense of it all, data visualization, is so often treated like an afterthought. It's this unsung hero that just doesn't get the credit it deserves.
I mean, think about the all-stars of the data world. Machine learning, right? That's the celebrated champion. It sounds complex, it's powerful, it's even kind of sexy. But data visualization, that's the wise guide, the one who actually knows the way. It's absolutely essential for the journey, but it gets overlooked because it doesn't seem quite as complicated or mysterious.
But to really get a handle on its power, we kind of have to change how we think about the craft itself. And the source for this explainer gives us this perfect analogy to do just that.
And this, right here, is the key. Most of us can look at a chart and go, yeah, that's good, or whoa, that's a mess. It's just like glancing at a few lines of code and kind of guessing what it does. But to actually build a clear, insightful visualization from nothing, from scratch, that is a totally different ballgame. It's a real skill, and it takes real practice.
So, how do we build that skill? How do we become master storytellers with data? Well, it's not about learning some secret magic spell. It's about mastering 3 absolutely essential tools for your quest.
And here they are, your 3 keys to unlocking that treasure of clarity: empathy, planning, and design thinking. Simple as that. Let's dig into what each of these really means.
First up, empathy. This is all about putting yourself in your audience's shoes. You have to see your chart through their eyes. So before you do anything else, just ask, what one question does my audience need answered? Here's a great tip. Try the 10-second rule. Show your visual to someone who has 0 context. If they can't get the main point in 10 seconds, it's too complicated. You gotta simplify.
All right, number 2, planning. Think of this as your treasure map. Once you know who you're talking to, you have to decide on the single most important story you want to tell. Please don't just dump all your data onto a slide. Find the narrative. Is the story about amazing growth, a shocking downturn, a surprising comparison? Figure out that story before you even think about opening PowerPoint or any other tool. That is the secret.
And finally, we have design thinking. This is where you actually bring that story to life. Yeah, it's about picking the right kind of chart, but honestly, it's more about subtraction. It's about being ruthless and removing every single thing that doesn't add value. Get rid of those extra grid lines, borders, cluttered labels. Then use one strong color to point your audience's eye right to the main insight. It's all about making the important stuff impossible to miss.
And you know the best part about all this? These 3 keys, empathy, planning, and design thinking, they aren't things you're just born with. They are skills. They're like muscles. And the more you use them, the stronger they get. It just takes practice.
So there you have it. You've seen the challenges of this wild data kingdom, and now you have the 3 keys to unlock its greatest treasures. But the real adventure, the real quest, that begins right now, when you start using these ideas in your own work.
So, at the end of the day, just remember this. Every single data set has a story hidden inside it. An insight, a treasure, just waiting for someone to find it. And with empathy, planning, and some smart design, you now have the keys to do just that. So the only question left is, what treasures are you going to reveal to the world?